This is, by the way, the thing that I've seen more than anything else about this game is
just him
Snake in the jungle smoking a cigar.
Yeah, and why not?
I cannot tell you why not.
Yeah.
Although I think we've got it. I'm sure that we've talked about this before. But I feel like the connoisseurship of cigars is a little bit silly. They all seem kind of samey to me. I don't know if you've ever had a cigar, but I've never been able to substantially tell the difference between a cigar and another cigar.
I mean, I've had cigars at your house. I've only had cigars that I've gotten from friends while I was hanging out with them, so I have not really ever compared.
Have you had cigars at my house?
Yeah, a few times.
Because I don't have cigars regularly. Or even I would not even say infrequently.
I'm sure I'm now actually mixing up the pipe stuff with the cigar stuff, but I feel like I must have had a cigar at your house once.
I can see why you might feel that you must have based on having had the pipe. But I've actually only ever had maybe 10 between 10 and 15 cigars in my house ever. So probably not.
Could have been one of the 10 or 15 though.
It could have been. It could have been.
Look at this rickety bridge. Ah, fuck! I hate this rickety bridge.
And I mean, a great lesson on why not to say. You were daring a weirdo like Kojima to make that happen to you.
It's true. It is really true. Let's see.
I bet we're gonna trick a bunch of fuckers who want to show their friends, hey, look at this rickety bridge. Ooh. That was so funny.
You know what? I haven't learned how to do CQC yet, so I'm just gonna trank them.
Haven't you learned how to do, well,
it's a whole new system in this one. They kind of redo it. So I remember it kind of being like a weird sequence of buttons. Like, you gotta push this button, then this button, then this button.
Look how square he is.
Snake?
Yeah.
Just a rectangular man.
He doesn't have the
He's more of a brick shit house than Solid Snake.
Yeah, he doesn't have the live.
Yeah.
He's not smooth like the other Snake. He's all edges.
What? What have we here? Nothing?
It's not your...
Do I have to, equip it from the backpack, or... What did I just pick up? Am I crazy?
It's that. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I do have to, I also have these things, for Christ's sake. Wow, Snake's got a giant anaconda. Accurate. Alright, we've kind of wasted some time here. I hope nobody's woken up from their little nappies.
You hope nobody's woken up from their... Oh, none of these guys.
None of these guys.
I thought you were we were taking so long to do anything in this game that the people watching have fallen asleep.
No.
And I hope they stay asleep.
I hope they stay asleep. They don't fucking deserve to see me kick a mushroom. These bastards. Rasvet. Lots of good Russian place names in this game.
Famous for their crocodiles.
Kojima made all of the United States look like Norway. They don't give a shit.
Abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
When did they make the United States look like Norway? In 4?
Death Stranding?
Oh.
I can't see Sokolov from here.
Maybe it wasn't Norway, but
Security
wherever.
is pretty tight.
Somewhere with lots of planes, you mean?
Someplace with lots of
Sentries
rocky
posted around the perimeter.
mountains.
I wonder how many are inside.
Yeah, there are mountains too.
Yeah. Just,
You know that there
that-
is a place in America called the Rocky Mountains, though.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Can't even
hates
be
that.
One
exposed
more
to the
thing,
danger?
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
Give him a kiss.
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Do you want to
Understood.
apologize for giving
Begin
him
my
back
approach
to the
to the
country he
targets.
escaped from?
It didn't seem like Major Tom
Didn't seem
was
relevant.
super involved in that. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it wasn't. Well,
Hey, sorry I'm late. That is an oddly, friendly,
well, I suppose they're friends.
I guess. Or maybe more than friends.
Wow.
Roommates.
They were in chess club together. Nice.
More like chest club.
Wow.
Wow.
Got him.
Yeah, you know what? It's time to expose those pervert chest freaks. People in chess club have had it too easy for too long.
I'm always saying this. When will they stop letting chess be taught in our schools to our children?
Wow.
Don't be too impressed.
Oh. Sorry. How come? Why was that one easier than the other ones?
It's just because I'm so good at video games.
Oh, you were being coy when you said don't be too impressed.
Yeah.
You're being facetious.
Well, if you're too impressed, it's kind of like you're saying, like, I'm not that good at the game and I usually don't do good. And that when I do good,
Okay,
you're
no, sorry. Yeah,
surprised.
that is what I was saying. Yeah, I meant that. If that's the vibe that you got, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Only one shot to take down someone who was basically not moving?
It's because I've played through the game 3 times before. It's why
Yeah.
I'm so good. Oh,
Now that we're doing, I say now that we're doing, but because we've done it once before for Metal Gear Solid 2, right? But now that we've got 2 games in the Patreon can for,
it's the other game in the Patreon can.
Prey.
Is that a Patreon?
No, it's just we got to play it because with Metal Gear Solid 2 we played it and then released it like all in one go.
Yeah.
And so
almost.
we're doing that with this game and Prey because we're working our way up to doing that with everything. But we just have, you can't just start doing it out of nowhere or else you wouldn't have any videos to upload to YouTube, But it's getting to be.
No! What the fuck? Bullshit. Such bullshit.
I think it was bullshit too. I think that you had that.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. What now? What?
Major,
Can't
I'm
wait.
in front of Sokolov's cell, but the door won't open.
Yeah.
Hold on, Snake. What's the current condition?
Yeah.
The condition was bad.
Yeah, the condition is people are shooting at me.
What I was going to say was, we are gonna have to be doing more podcasts so that we can talk about,
Sick.
stuff that won't make.
I love doing more podcasts.
Well, because
I'm always saying
I'm gonna be like, I've been playing Card Shark.
Card Shark. What's that?
Card Shark is, and that here we are falling into the trap. But Card Shark is like a historical fiction game.
Oh, fuck! You jackass!
It's a historical fiction game where you play as basically a card cheat, and you don't actually play cards, you just cheat at cards, and then when you successfully cheat, it's just like you won, like game one.
Nice.
And there's like a bunch of different techniques that you learn for how to cheat, and it's it is like a memorization and timing and like quick time game basically. It's really fun, but it was just an example of a thing that I would want to talk about now, but that won't be good to listen to, or as good to listen to in 3 months.
Yes. And that's why we need to do a weekly podcast.
You want to start with weekly?
Bi-weekly.
Okay, let's start with bi-weekly.
And that's how I could talk about things like I've been playing Rogue Legacy 2, and it's really surprisingly good, much better than the original.
Which you really liked at the time.
I did really like. I wasn't like... I'm not sure if I put it on my top 10 that year, because it
think you
kind
did.
of never, like... It got too hard at some point. I stopped like progressing because I stopped getting good at it, and I think the biggest problem that game had was like the rooms that you were in just felt too random and not like crafted enough or too bullet helly. They're just kind of like too hard of a game. And Rogue Legacy 2 is not so hard, but it feels like the exact same game, but it's just like a little bit better in all aspects in a way that like just makes it much better. Good game. Or I could be talking about...
Alan in the chat is excited for us doing Prey. They say, wait, they're doing Prey 2? Dope. Not that Prey.
No,
not the Prey
sorry.
If
no.
you heard, they're doing Prey, and you got excited, then you're thinking of the wrong Prey.
Yeah.
Unless you're a very small group of people.
Yeah. But
to be clear, I'm going to clear it up for anyone who's confused. Prey, the 2006 game, not Prey, the 2016 game.
Yeah. Though I've, no reason to be disappointed. I've been enjoying Prey 2006.
It'll be a pleasant surprise instead of a known quantity.
These guys are really hunting me.
I was right. Alan said no.
Hey, of course. Ah, shit. No, you didn't hear shit.
It's because if someone heard Prey and assumed correctly, instead of saying, oh, they're doing Prey, dope, they would have said, like, oh, you're doing Prey? Weird.
Or just lol. All right,
oh, no, maybe I was wrong about in my assumption.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's just maybe it's a time delay thing.
What? You didn't hear anything. So loud. Everything I do, so much sound.
They are paid to be quiet, to be listening to people being quiet, right? Can you get his Achilles? Get his Achilles.
Oh, fuck.
Nobody here.
I think I'll just have to wait out the caution. I think it's just too hot right now.
Yeah.
You know, I've been making a ton of fried rice, Keith, because I discovered those Uncle Roger videos.
Oh, yeah, you saw me watch one of those on the Run Button thing, and then you finished watching it.
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened, yeah. It's what always happens.
What the fuck? That can't be real.
I swear to God, literally every time you're like, I've been watching something on YouTube, it's something that I was watching on the Run Button page a week before. I'm creating your culture.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, hey, the fried rice has been good, and the videos are funny.
I'm on that guy, but I do like those videos, so but I sort of feel the sadness of like, I think that he has fun doing it because it makes sense for him. It's based on his family. But then also, like, you're trapped as this character that like, where like, I don't need him to do that character. He could just be himself, a funny comedian doing cooking videos.
You know, maybe if he was a little bit funnier, I would say that when he's not Uncle Roger.
Well, but he's never done the bit of critiquing people's food without doing that character.
Well, that's true, but I think also...
I guess I'm not super familiar with him without the character.
He's not like a cooking guy, so I don't even think he would feel like it was appropriate, because Uncle Roger is kind of an asshole as a bit.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, there is a shield of, like, I can be a little bit more of an asshole.
Look at the fucking syringe in his leg.
But it's hard to not call him a cooking guy, because literally every single thing that he does as that character is cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching the video where this like young master chef guy that I find very annoying.
The goatee guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Extreme baby faced guy.
What the fuck?
He was critiquing
yes,
a couple of his things, and I was like, I want to watch this guy fail, but instead it was like two of the best, the nicest he's ever been, basically, unfortunately.
Yes. Let's put on less stupid looking camouflage for the cutscene. It's fine.
So you've been making fried rice?
I've been making fried rice.
That means
rice.
You've been making
cook
rice
it
and not finishing it?
Well, that's what you got to do if you want fried rice.
Yeah, that's like, what are you eating with the fresh rice that you then don't finish?
I've kind of just been eating it plain. You know.
How do you dress your rice?
You must be Sokolov.
Well,
Are you
talk about fried rice
one
later.
of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No,
Oh, we'll get it
I'm a
from
CIA
you.
agent. I've come to escort
Snake
you back
can
to the other
always
side
get
of
it.
the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah, I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
Well, you see.
He's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Oh yeah, Thunderbolt. Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
Oh, yeah, Thunderbolt.
Never heard of him.
The proprietary Apple.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far, but the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power.
I could basically
by
co-sign
rallying
all
the
that.
anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev,
Of which thing?
and installing Brezhnev
Just
and
the, just
Kosygin
the
in his
broad
place.
history that they're
Overthrowing
doing.
Khrushchev.
Behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research
I just feel like they've been
facility
doing a lot of
much like
broad
this one,
history, and this is the first time that I felt
OKB-812,
willing to be
known
like,
as
that
the
seems, that's all
Grottin
right,
Design
basically.
Bureau,
Oh, I
and is
see,
using it to
gotcha.
further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem.
Were they all out of Russian at the accent store?
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Well,
What is going
you
on
see,
here?
You
To
have
me.
to buy him as a educated, intelligent man. So,
By the way, your Russian is superb.
there it
little
is.
lamp-
Be sure to
Shade.
speak it.
From my mentor.
When you speak
Is that
Russian,
so?
it makes Russian
sounds
sound
America is
British.
truly a frightening country.
Oh, that's true.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
No, talk more shit. I want to hear that. I want to hear him talk about America more. Why does he want to go there? What year is it? Are we
Major,
we're-
this is Snake.
It must be
Sokolov is safe
1964.
with me. He's doing
okay.
fine. No
well,
injuries.
they didn't say that.
Good work, Snake.
that-
now hurry
that,
up and
uh,
get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
Oops.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What
I
happened?
killed like one guy.
Probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov
Damn.
out of there.
The game just scolded you. I mean,
Well,
it
yeah, we'll
implied
get more
that
of
they
that
cared,
later.
which makes it bad.
Yeah.
They didn't say that Khrushchev was dead, right?
No.
Okay, so I guess he's still, because he dies in '64.
Oh.
So
I
I'm like,
see.
is it
Yeah.
still Khrushchev or is it?
Yeah, they definitely seem
Brezhnev.
to be. They definitely seem to be presenting it as though it's Khrushchev.
Yeah, I was wondering if I just like looked away and they talked about.
So. That's why the game couldn't take place in Vietnam. We have 6 months between Kennedy dying and Khrushchev dying, and it needs to take place in there. This guy's doing a Kamehameha.
If it helps, America had forces in Vietnam well into the 50s.
Oh, I didn't know that, but that
The
makes sense.
Vietnam War is in some ways an extension of a French conflict that starts in the 1940s.
You're-
And then it's also a sort of proxy war with South Vietnam. And
they're surrounded.
it's very weird. Vietnam's very complicated. And then also it's a sort of like war on communism.
right.
So it's like kind of three things wrapped up into one.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Boss.
Rambo
Not up
3
for
solved
attacking
it though.
Vietnam, Kojima?
We meet at last.
Who's this gentleman?
don't know, but he's very cool with his little pistol.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Spetsnaz.
Soldier?
I just came to get some target practicing in with my tiny little gun.
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours.
That's
Get
Major
outta here.
Ocelot to you. Don't you forget
Ocelot
it. Screen
never
credits.
lets his prey
Ocelot.
escape.
What?
Did he punch that shot out?
Nah, I think he's just doing anime shooting.
He's just doing anime shooting. It looked like he moved his hand forward while pulling the trigger to get extra velocity on the round.
Right, yeah. The bullet comes out faster when you shoot
Yeah.
your hand forward. Technically true.
So I guess it didn't matter that we killed that one guy.
I don't even remember what's going on here. You have spurs. It's so good.
He has not explained this, right?
No.
He didn't say, like, by the way, I'm killing you because of some reason.
Can't say it feels
No.
good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov,
This
take
guy
cover.
sounds like he could be an excellent voice for Sonic the Hedgehog, so whoever this guy is, you should replace the current
Josh
Sonic the
Keaton.
Hedgehog.
I think it said Josh Keaton.
But is that a real name or is that a fake
That's
Kojima
the,
name?
that's the actor's name.
Josh Keaton.
You're not the boss, are you?
IMDb.
How could you tell? What gave it away?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss,
Why are you turning your back on a knife?
then die.
World's slowest takedown.
It's in slow motion, Key.
I don't think it was.
It was.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
Guys with their berets and their striped shirts.
I hope before I am eventually assassinated that I get a chance to wildly shoot my gun in the air.
Why are you holding your gun sideways, Mr. Tactical Man?
Hey, Josh Keaton already made fun of him for it. I think you just got to stick to it or he seems weak.
No, that was a different thing.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
So he was planning to meet up with the boss. That's what we know about him, I guess.
Good.
I think he just wanted to. Maybe he just wanted to meet the boss, or capture. Maybe he has orders to not kill the boss.
Right. So I guess his GRU unit is with Volgin, and these other soldiers weren't? No, they were,
Major,
right?
do you read me?
I read you.
Sure I
Snake,
get
you
it.
all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgin.
GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov.
Got it.
Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgin's.
Sokolov
I'm
was
on
being
GRU's
guarded by
side.
the
He's got the
KGB and hunted
minions,
by
so...
GRU. Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
Well, it seems like GRU is driving Sokolov into U.S. hands.
I agree.
Makes
You
them
better
bad.
hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Tell me, Ocelot does with a tiny bit of effort wouldn't make a great Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'll have to... What do we get out of... Gotta check. What do we get? What do we get? Okay.
A mousetrap.
Out of here. Get out of here before we regret hanging around.
Okay, what did I miss? Josh in the chat says the meow never gets old.
Yeah, you ducked out like right as Ocelot's signal to his other men to come out of hiding was he did a meow. You went,
Yeah, I did miss that.
I love this touch that apparently in between like the 60s and the 2000s, Ocelot gets over his whole cat affect thing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you hear a lot about cat boys, but not a lot about cat men. It is, so sometimes we gotta put away our things.
Wow. It's sad but true.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes.
This motherfucker
The
has a
best crew has to
monocle.
offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm
Classic
down.
Soviet
I'll
grandiosity.
get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then the Age of Fear
Good.
Yeah,
will
great.
truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
It's going to take a lot of mental gymnastics to convince me that that actually it's the Soviets who were more aggressive nuclearly, and that them winning in the 60s would have been worse for the world than everything that happened.
Keith, Colonel Volgin, he's so evil that if we don't want Colonel Volgin to have power in the Soviet Union because he'll use it for bad stuff.
Yeah. That would suck if one country used their nuclear stockpile to create an age of fear.
That would be bullshit, actually.
Ooh, another weirdo. Hey, look, we get to meet another weirdo already.
The weirdo.
The original American weirdo.
Boss.
Oh yeah, we know all about this rickety bridge.
Why would she do something so risky?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
You're bugs.
The boss. Your bugs.
Hornets.
No, those are bugs.
Two weirdos.
Just two weirdos?
We've met now 4 weirdos in the last 7 minutes.
Well, strap the fuck in, Keith. Could be another weirdo in this cutscene, or 2, or 3. Oh, I'm feeling some rumble,
Is this the scene of Boss's betrayal?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, those guys
My
totally
friends.
seem like they're on our side.
Let us
Yeah,
fight
they're
together
good,
again.
actually.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back.
These guys are normal, actually.
Now that all 5 of us are together,
They don't count as weirdos.
It's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Yeah, explain.
It's raining blood.
Normal.
Is he crying?
I've literally lost count of the absolute freaks we've met.
Well, you've got to establish the rogues gallery in the beginning.
Kuwabara.
You're a Meshi?
Ah, what a
Yeah.
joyful scene.
What's wrong with your face?
Colonel Volgin.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Thanks, I hate it.
More like spewing it. They make me fucking sick.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
What does that mean?
make a fine
Recoilless
gift for me.
This
nuclear
can't be
warheads?
Who is he? Another one of your disciples?
What do they think a warhead is?
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras.
I think they call it a Davy
He has not
Crockett.
yet
It makes
found
it
an
sound like
emotion
it's a
to
real
carry into
thing.
battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Some weird obscure thing they found in a military tech book or something.
That was pretty cool.
Oh
Where's my
no!
gun?
Oh! Oh, there's no more gun on
Oh
my
my god, my gun's as small as that other guy's gun
fuck.
from a minute ago.
Oh. Ooh, my guy.
Hey, she never even
was
taught
on
us
my
CQC.
Oh, fuck.
Were you supposed to
didn't
call
even
her and get a
teach
tutorial and
me
you never
that.
did?
We can't let him live.
No, maybe we'll get a tutorial from someone else. Maybe we were supposed to. Yeah, it sounds true.
Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
That's fine. I feel like I operate best when I'm, just kind of flying by the seat of my pants,
Wait.
going
He's
solo,
my apprentice. I'll take
operating
care
on
of him.
instinct.
Jack, you can't come with us.
Isn't that his broken arm? Must be the other one. What? What's happening?
We were ready for her grab, so we were able to absorb the punch. And then she was... So we
Okay.
grabbed her, and then she threw us, but we let go. Because we didn't get a good hold. I'm struggling. I'm struggling.
Struggling with how sick all this is?
No. Because obviously... Because earlier I called
done
her
here?
stupid for feeling the way that
Now,
she
onto
felt about
Sokolov's
America
research
based on what she
facility.
had just said. But clearly she
Shagohod is ours.
she had already defected to the Soviet Union.
It would appear that way.
Historically,
hair.
we know that's a losing thing to make, but this is fiction.
Drift away.
And so
It's
she doesn't know that.
My place
and also,
is with him now.
yeah,
Are you sure this is fiction?
yeah.
They were talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's real. I think
But that
this
guy
is all real.
Sokolov's not real.
I'm pretty sure
Everything
this is
else has
all
been real so far, but Sokolov's not real.
Yeah. The lightning guy with the bullets in his hands.
That's real.
Yeah. Those terrible water effects. That's real.
I guess what I'm saying is, I respect the decision to defect from America, except for that in this game, all of those people are cartoon villains.
Right.
So she joined this weird cartoon villain squad, which seems bad.
Seems bad. I guess we'll just have to see where it all goes.
Snake, can you hear me?
Who knows where we'll end up by the end of
Yeah.
this?
Just barely.
Hey, only one thing
listen
is
to me.
important to
You
me,
need
and that's that we
emergency
don't
medical
create a
treatment. Can you
time
move?
paradox.
Thank God, because that was the one thing
Got to get those
I wasn't
wounds
planning
treated.
to
Hang
do.
in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
Oh, that's
We'll
the
talk
real
about that
pain
later.
that
First, we've
Snake
got to
is
get you
dealing
patched
with.
up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left analog stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left analog stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages.
Boring.
That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound,
Getting bored.
sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Yeah.
Oh. My body hurts.
This sucks so bad. I hate this. It's fucking bullshit.
I can barely reach my cyanide pill.
Oh, he's all hunched over. Look at all these things. So what do you think is a treat? Where do we start?
But let's start with that bone fracture.
Yeah, no bandage applied. Bandage. Splint.
Famous chest splint.
Right. I love the like ambitiousness of this kind of stuff, but it doesn't really amount to much more ever than what you're seeing right here, which is just like, just go into the menu, pick the things that you haven't done.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember Fight Night Round 3?
A Fight Night Round 3. What's that? I don't have any memory of that.
I was just thinking of the when you're in your corner between rounds. The other games do this too, but I just always think of it as a Fight Night Round 3 thing, where it's like your eyebrows split open, so they like, here, rub ice on the eye, and like that close it with a bandage.
Yeah.
And like, obviously they would have had to do the work to make this a totally different thing, but like, considering the time you just invested in just fixing those, 6 different things, that would be something that would be a little bit more interesting, I think. Like picking the right tool and applying it to the body instead of just like, menu diving. And it doesn't seem beyond the capabilities of the game to do that.
Oh, poor boy.
Again, not just hindsight, but it's like, hey, why didn't you invent this brand new system?
Fuck this tree.
Damn. I don't know what's worse, having to relocate your elbow like that, or trying to eat a tree. I don't know what that was about. Looked gross.
What happened to Sokolov? Did he get captured again?
Yeah, he got taken up with the bugs.
Wow, a third capture. Second capture?
He was born in Russia, so second capture.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Oh, I can set up a recovery balloon, baby. A lot of people only know about Fultons from Peace Walker and MGS5. They're fucking fake Metal Gear heads.
Yeah.
Because it was all about Fulton right here, baby.
Shagohod.
Shagohod?
It was
big
actually
tank.
the Russians that invented Metal Gear.
Well,
that
we
awful
already
thing that you thought Americans invented.
well, we already knew that from the original
did we?
games because they were made by Russian scientists in the Metal Gear 1.
Well, they were made by Russian scientists, but it didn't say that it was based off of a Russian invention, did it?
True, fair.
Another weird, like, half allusion to real life. I mean, I guess I don't know for sure that there weren't a bunch of, like, Soviet scientists defecting to America. But it definitely seems like an oblique reference to Project Paperclip, the program of importing Nazi scientists into America to do engineering and rocketeering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it just like,
Look
like
at
a
this
very Metal Gear
fucking
thing to like
sicko.
slightly change history in order to fit their story,
Yeah.
but in doing so, they've like made like a less evil version of history, or like they've painted America in a slightly different way, or
I have both
like in a
Sokolov
slightly
and
more
the
positive
Shagohod.
way.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch.
We know that's a fucking lie because look how beautiful she is.
Not so fast.
She's gonna be with Mr. Monocle over there, the Monopoly guy.
He's funny.
It's his personality.
A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Sokolov's supposed to be on this.
So
Oh,
we'll
I
take
guess
her back to
maybe
the
on one of
base.
the other helicopters.
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel. Even if they are our
Excuse me,
enemies,
are you
they're
about to
still our
launch
countrymen.
a
It won't be me
nuke
that
at
pulled
your
the
own
trigger.
country?
Don't you understand what a
friend.
great idea this
American
is?
defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the
Even
Alamo.
Ocelot doesn't like that.
Colonel!
Remember the Alamo? I still don't even know what he means.
You don't know what he means by remember the Alamo?
No, I don't.
I think it's an abandoned Russian facility that is, sparsely defended. And he's going to overwhelm it in a show of force. I guess that's
Okay.
what he means.
Snake, are you okay? I don't know that you can be this close to that and be okay. Oh, you want to save?
It's where he gets his superhuman ability to tell how green a soldier is from watching their butt. It's not sexism,
Keith,
it's a radiation.
It was the eye. Obviously, it was the eyes that told him that Meryl was a green rookie soldier. It was her extremely feminine butt walk that let him know that she was banging. Oh, here we go. It's on. Let's turn it up.
Anyway, the Alamo's stupid. People should stop remembering it.
No, shut up and listen.
Ooh.
What a thrill.
Yeah.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
An extremely sick intro sequence. Because we can.
It's funny, this feels like a song that would be more appropriate for either of the other Metal Gear games.
Oh yeah? Really?
Yeah, this feels very like spy drama.
Yeah, it's definitely what they're going for, and I'm not sure it's a perfect fit, but isn't this more spy drama than the other two?
No, because this is like a war movie. This is like,
well,
the other, like, Metal Gear Solid 1 was James Bond. This one is like,
I don't know, because James Bond not really the same flavor as a Solid Snake. Solid Snake is like a Rambo or something. But anyways, yeah, they're definitely going for the James Bond intro thing here, and it's a famous sequence. I like the song. It's fun.
I like it too. You thought Metal Gear 1 was more Rambo?
I think Snake is like, I mean, not that I know. I don't even think I've seen a Rambo movie, but Snake just seems like a more Rambo character to me than James Bond. James Bond is only interested in fucking.
Did you not watch that?
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Never mind. Yeah. James Bond and Rambo did a fusion dance.
I guess Snake isn't exactly a James Bond type.
No.
The game is more Bondy than the character. But you know, it's all sneaking and stealth.
Yeah.
I guess if anything, if there's anyone who like feels like Snake, it's like the cultural perception of Liam Neeson. Right?
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean.
Like Liam Neeson is the closest guy to Snake.
Approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point.
Very serious. He's only funny when he doesn't mean to be.
Well, I'm thinking of his sort of comeback as the guy in Taken.
No gusts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Snake feels very Taken to me.
Well, he does have a particular set of skills that he honed over many years.
We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Why doesn't he just use a fucking parachute like a normal guy?
They said that they can't get as low as they could before.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still
one step
ahead of the
scapegoat for like a secret soldier that
Jack,
they're meant to be able to deny accountability of?
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
They need a scapegoat to blame for the nuclear explosion.
Have a cigar. It's Cuban.
No, he said that they needed a scapegoat to blame
this
for
morning,
boss's
I had a
defection.
meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
This is the White House, by the way. If you didn't know what the White House
The
was.
White House? It looked it looked like a sepia house to me.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
It's good to talk to Johnson over the phone. He can't show you his dick through the phone line.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus,
You're talking to me and my massive hog.
was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend.
Oh, you
During
mean
World
the
War
Chaos
II,
Emeralds,
she was the
said
one who
President
led us to
Johnson?
victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss?
The
mother
boss
of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear
She's
shells
still
along with her.
fuckable too, by
The
the
boss
way.
took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
Fire emoji.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable.
And Colonel Volkin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volkin.
Did you not recognize the name?
What is that
earlier?
supposed to mean?
Did we mention Brezhnev earlier?
Means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our
when they talked about, they said Brezhnev faction, and you said you made the Chaos Emeralds joke.
Oh, sorry.
I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
Brezhnev's term
Nuclear
as
attack on the United States?
General Secretary was second longest after Stalin. And I'm gonna say very silly choice to tie the lunatic general to Brezhnev, who I feel like was known for
put it simply,
being an incredibly stabilizing force
we have to
for
prove that
the
America
Soviet
was not involved in
Union,
that explosion.
among other more negative things, but definitely not a guy that seems like he has an army of lunatics.
The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet up. There's no choice.
Yeah, but I think, and kind of typical of these types of stories, but I'm pretty sure at some point it's Volgin's
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their
he's only
communications
pretending to
satellites
be
so
with
that
the
we can
Brezhnev
talk to
faction,
each other.
because really he wants the control of everything. I don't
They've
know.
also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
Are you doing
There
that?
was a defection in September
I was
1960.
pushing R, to
remember
to go
it?
inside, but I can't do anymore.
NSA codebreakers who went over to the
Only
Soviet
when the
Union.
R1 is in the corner, top
Precisely.
right corner.
Since then, they've apparently been
You notice
training
he's
the
wearing
KGB
the
for exactly
boss's
this kind of
headband.
situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Is this just where it's a... Oh. I was gonna say, is this like a glider? Like, are we gonna glide in?
I wonder if this is them like plumbing the depths of like prototype or speculative military tech from the 60s.
Yeah. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south.
That's
About to
pretty
lose it.
fast.
They're gonna head us off of the pass.
Not at Mach 3.
Subtle.
Yeah, okay. No evidence of his infiltration. They'll never know where he came in.
Hey, we found this prototype American plane in the exact same forest that we accused you of being in earlier.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
Technically a different forest.
Rescue Sokolov.
That
Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
And we're the snake doing
and
the eating.
And because you have
demand.
to, you
Demand?
might eat a snake.
You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
I must have missed that one.
Oh.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
It doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
Maybe the operation failed because you
let's
spent
just
all your
use
time
Zero,
watching movies.
like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
I guess it wasn't
square
the song
zero.
thing.
It wasn't.
My
It wasn't even the song.
140.85.
Wasn't even the song.
Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is it a joke based on like? Of course, it's the song.
If we
Yeah.
fail, she'll have her
But-
medical license revoked. It's more or less the same.
But
kind
he
of
found there. You know, the joke is that they find some other silly reason why Tom also is a bad choice.
Something like that.
Not
Or I'm
joking.
sure that
mission
song,
data as well,
song
just like
came
the
out
last
later, so they have to
That frequency
explain.
is also the same.
It can't just be from the song, because that would have been from like
Oh
the
yeah, it
70s,
does.
right?
Makes sense.
And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Siggin.
I forgot about time.
He's an expert on the
Siggins.
latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Siggins.
Yeah, it must be that. Of course, everyone knows that it's from the song,
Adam,
but they
your
can't say
KGB
that because of
contact
the
is waiting for you
time.
at the abandoned
And so they
factory
come
up
up
ahead.
with some other
The same
reason other than that.
Sokolov was
That's a
being
song
held in
about a
last
guy
week.
who goes to space who
Meet
like
up with Adam first. He
is
cleared the
telling
way
the
for
guy
you to
back
rescue
home that
Sokolov.
he's gonna die.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
Lali Lulu. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful.
Yes.
It's noisy.
What is
I
that
thought
about?
standard
I
Fox
don't-
procedure was procure on
I've thought about this a lot, and I don't think it's about
Circumstances are different
anything.
this time.
I think it's just
You're
a
now on an
goof.
official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation
Oh,
Snake
apparently
Eater.
there's a ton of Bowie references throughout the series. That's weird.
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I wasn't sure about the series in general, but I know there's a bunch in 5, like Diamond Dogs. Well, here we are.
I'm not the biggest Bowie fan in the world, so I don't know. I would not be like I have no idea what Diamond Dogs is referring to. Is that an album? I don't know.
Yeah,
what that
I don't
is.
even know. I just know that it is a reference. I think it's.
I have nothing against Bowie. I like I like all the Bowie that I know. I just never got into it.
Same, pretty much.
Like to me, David Bowie is the guy from Labyrinth.
Oh, well, to me, David Bowie is the guy who played Andy Warhol in that one made-for-TV movie.
To me, David Bowie is the weird guy from Twin Peaks. Do another one, because I have another one.
Oh, to me, David Bowie is just a type of knife.
To me, David Bowie is Iggy Pop's friend.
I don't know. Are you friends with Iggy Pop for real?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's like a mentor, I think.
Are we doing a bunch more tonight? Are we at the end?
That's up to the person in the driver's seat.
I kind of feel like we're coming up on the end.
Do you want to do like one thing?
Yeah.
Now that, I feel like the game
I mean,
is
we
sort of-
gotta finish up the fried rice. Soy sauce, garlic,
Yep.
shallots.
Love shallots.
We have some dried chili peppers I keep meaning to put in there, but then I forget. I just put in... Tonight I used sesame oil. That was pretty good. I also have some fish sauce that I've a couple times have put in like a tiny amount, but not even enough to like really taste it.
This is I don't mean to pigeonhole you. I have found that Americans are afraid of fish sauce.
I mean, I'm definitely, I'm afraid of it based on how it smells, yeah.
I think the name gives it a bad first impression.
I feel like the smell gives it a bad first impression.
Don't be so shy with the fish sauce.
No, I mean, I don't wish to be, but, I'm not, I have not consumed much fish in my life, except for tuna fish, which really doesn't count.
But what if I just start thinking of it as counting?
Yeah, well, I want to, I need to work my way into fish consumption. I can't just, can't dump a liter of fish sauce into this rice, because it might be too much for me. 2 ingredients in the
you
fish
should
sauce,
use it as an
anchovy and
ingredient with
salt.
some noodles. Like, make a sauce with the fish sauce. Like soy sauce and ginger and like rice vinegar
Looks like death wasn't ready.
and fish sauce.
I had cups of pre-cut peas and carrots,
That
so I
arm
put
still
those in
hurt?
the rice tonight, and that was good.
What are you doing here?
Spring
Do
onions.
you like furikake?
I don't know that.
What's that?
I don't know that. Look at her suit.
I know.
Very elaborate.
She looks like a snowboarder.
Go home.
Constantly in search of that fresh powder.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead.
Oh no,
You don't
my
have a prayer
sons!
finishing your mission. You're not even
Don't
armed.
you know that will crush our boy? How could you put it
Do
that
not
way?
talk to me and my weird sons.
Aren't I kind of like your son? Dude, you like just
I'm
got
not
your
your
arm
boss
back in
anymore.
its socket.
There's nothing for you here.
It's a really funny line.
Go home. Go
I'm
back
not
to
your boss anymore.
There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Look at... I don't know. What? Why is that a thing? It's like the kind
Again,
of...
just another like weird thing to say about America. There's no
Oh.
need to prove that you're virtuous here. This isn't America.
Oh, sorry. I was busy flipping out about the tumbling bullets.
I was also flipping out about that, but then I went back in time to the thing that
The border is 60
about
miles south.
being virtuous. Was there someone
You are
behind
going to run
her?
that
Yeah,
far.
that was the ghost.
She seems scared of the ghost.
Why'd you defect?
I don't know if she seems scared of the ghost.
Not this time, but the first time.
I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country
What
or
about you,
loyalty
Jack?
to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your
Loyalty
duty
to fried
your unit
rice.
or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet.
I mean,
but sooner or
I'm
later you'll have to
dying
choose.
to know
I don't
what the
expect you to
if there's a
forgive me.
consistency to what she believes, or if it's just like
But you can't defeat
that
me
she's just
either.
crazy.
You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Bandanas are practical.
If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
Dude, if a horse does that on your hand, no more hand. You don't have a hand
hand's
anymore.
gone. You would cut off your fingers.
Like, seriously, like they wouldn't even be shaped the right shape anymore.
Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy?
It's not
We were
about
together for
technique,
10
it's about your
years, and now you
spirit.
tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Is that where we call it?
Seems like a good spot. We've been through such an emotional roller coaster already. Will our gun mom ever love us again?
No.
Stay tuned to find out.
And what is going on with her?
And what is going on with her?
I'm so curious. I am more curious than I thought that I would be. What is going on with the boss?
Good.
It's like,
you know what? Let's talk. We could talk to our friends before we call it.
Okay.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
We've never talked before.
It's been a week, hasn't it?
I was kind
4
of in a
days,
rush.
Actually. I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself.
Good news,
Eat
everyone.
something to
This snake
replenish your
fucks too.
stamina.
So just in case you were like,
If you're
I was
really
this game for
feeling
hours
like
and
that,
Snake
go into the
doesn't seem like he
survival gear
fucks.
I was
immediately
just
and
about to
treat
say,
yourself using
to
Cure.
be clear,
Yeah.
technically this is a different snake.
You're
If you're
welcome.
worried about
And I can see you
timelines,
still
it's a
don't know when to
different
keep your
snake
mouth
than the
shut.
snake in the previous two games,
so.
but it is
By
good
the
to know
way,
that he fucks.
I heard you're going to lose your
Yeah.
medical license if this mission fails.
Yes. there
Wait, you
was
said this is a
talk of
different
that, but the mission
timeline?
won't fail.
But no, I just said like if
course
you're
not.
worried about
Good.
timeline
I
stuff
believe
because
in
you're
you.
like, how is he
But
the
you know
same
what?
age in
I really don't care
1964
about
as he was in like
Didn't they use that
2014?
to
And it's
participate in this
because
operation?
it's two different people.
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake,
So
you're
this
the
snake
best
is named
agent
Jack,
I've
like
ever
right?
seen.
Because I'm
But
obsessed with
push
you
yourself too
sexually.
hard, you're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's
It's kind
why
of
I
our
volunteered.
jobs.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Stupid, because obviously the one we want to fuck is Sigint.
Yo!
Have we even met
Snake, aren't you?
Sigint? No.
And you're Sigint.
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close. I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Fucking got him.
I'm the guy that designed your trank
Finally
gun,
someone that's
active
actually
sonar,
cool.
and motion detector.
Instead of just pretending to
If
be
you wanna
cool
know
for a
anything
camera
about
that isn't
weapons
actually
or equipment
there.
you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
He's born on Pocky Day.
Ew, what?
Pocky Day. 11/11.
Why is it? Oh, because it's like 4 sticks.
It's like Pocky sticks.
I hate that.
Yeah, I kind of hate it too. But
I hate that, and I hate
boss is
Pocky.
your enemy.
I love
You've got to
Pocky
accept that
so
reality.
much. It's so good.
The idea that
Adam is
Pocky
waiting
is
for you at the
good
abandoned
is a
factory to the
delusion.
north of
It is
No.
a shared.
Head
It is a
north.
shared psychosis.
No, it's not.
It is the most neutral 5 out of 10 snack that exists, and it has
but
a
it's
weird
just
name that I
so
hate to say
good.
and hear.
Like it defies logic, because you're right. It's not out of 10 out of 10, but it's just so consistent. No matter how many Pocky,
consistently 5 out of 10.
no matter how much Pocky I eat, I never get tired of it. It's always good.
No, this is a delusion.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay. Well, I guess I actually don't like Pocky.
Congratulations, you.
Saving the game, Snake?
This is the first day of the rest of your life.
You don't even want like a dark chocolate almond covered Pocky?
Any flavor that you can put on a Pocky, and I just hate even saying it. Any flavor that you can put on Pocky is just, it can be found better in any other form factor.
Now I remember, and you conveniently skirted right around this. The real issue is that the word Pocky to Keith is like his version of the word moist.
I did not
It's like
skirt
gross
around
to
it. I
him.
brought it up immediately.
Oh.
I had already said I can't.
Okay.
I hate saying it and I hate hearing it. Is what
By the way, we're apparently playing this on March 3rd, 2000. So,
oh, nice.
Enjoy it.
Hey, Snake,
Um,
you ever
I
heard
was-
of Godzilla King
Yes!
of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this
Here's a
monster
picture of
called
it.
Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear
No
test
shit.
and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster.
Are you gonna
Dr.
fucking spoil
Shirazawa
Godzilla for
develops
me
a
right
new
now?
type of weapon, but meanwhile,
You piece of
Godzilla's getting
shit.
closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating
I'm not
everything in its
gonna.
path.
I'm just not even gonna look.
It was originally a
You
Japanese movie.
spoil
but they
Godzilla
made
for
a
I like
me.
this.
version, too.
I like this
I recommend
analogy
seeing the
business
original
they're doing.
Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really?
That's the only place to see it.
Well, if you wait 40
nowhere
years,
else.
you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
And that's
Why do you think?
Why do you think paramedic's such a goddamn nerd?